to start with a wonderful
beef stew.
woohoo.
The best, the most nourishing meal I think on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's so good for you, so easy to make, chunky, beautiful vegetables, and off you go. It's so good for you. And you cook it for a long time. You can put it in the slow cooker, you can put it in the oven, you can cook it on top of your stove, and you know, so versatile.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm just going to show you how to, well, chop a pump. I attack food, I'm afraid. I've come this far that I attack. I don't do in quarters like I used to. I just get into it because it's easier to get to it. Look, just chop out. That's what I find, and just turn it on its side. Always have a stable surface, and just do the bottom half of your pumpkin and then turn it over.
Wow, so much easier than me trying to peel the thing.
And there, look, just make sure you get all that green off, and then just chop it into the chunks that you want.
Stunning.
And we do want chunks, but you know, don't be too worried about how big they are. The smaller they are though, the more they're going to melt into your liquid.
So this is a really good chance to pack a dish with masses of vegetables, a lot of beta-carotene obviously from your pumpkin and your carrot, which is really good. That's vitamin A, that's for the skin, and the skin dries out in winter, so we're giving it nourishment, right, for the skin.
What about your parsnips?
We've got some beautiful parsnips, which I just love parsnips. They're really easy. You just chop them in half and basically do that and chop them again. And that's the way we're going to present them. Just chop the end off that one. And that's how we're going to put it in the dish. Parsnips are so good. They're anti-inflammatory. They're a great fibre. Just have a look at the fibres that are packed in this meal. It's so good. Good for heart health, reducing cholesterol. So, you know.
Yeah, we've got beautiful potatoes.
Yes.
The potatoes will come down, some of them will come down and actually help to thicken the stew, which is wonderful. And beautiful sage and onion going in there.
Got beautiful sage.
Oh, it's just going to be beautiful. And we've got some Jerusalem artichokes.
And this is what they look like, guys. So they look weird, and I've got to say, people are really strange in the fruit shop with this. They said to me, you do know that's not ginger, don't you? Because it kind of does look like ginger. They are sort of a potato consistency, really and truly. They are like a potato. Do they add a lot to the dish? I'm going to say if you can't get them, don't go looking for them. Not really. You don't really need them that much. They're really good for the liver.
There you are. So it's delicious without them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't find them when I wanted them, so I cooked it without them, and it was a beautiful stew.
You don't
there
need
you are.
them, no.
Yeah, but we're going to have them today. I can't wait to try them, Lord. They'll be delicious.
And guys, what I do with the parsnip, when I wash them really well, and when I peel them, this, if you haven't done this, is so cool. You just shallow fry off this in some garlic infused oil, and let them go all crispy and gnarly, and then you can put them on the top, if you like, of your stew or a soup or anything. Again,
just a beautiful
packed with fibre.
Finishing touch.
Yeah. And because the onion, we're going to be cooking this for 4 hours, the onion will come down, and the active form that ferments, this is a great SIBO recipe. There's nothing in here that's not SIBO friendly. So it's a great way to get so much nutrition. Great to freeze and reuse. This makes a lot of stew, doesn't it, Glenn?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. You'll be eating it for days. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Great for breakfast.
Lovely. And just you could add to it. You could just add more vegetables and more stock and cook it up again. Could keep going.
Yeah.
Our ancestors used to do that around the campfire. Just throw everything in, whatever they had.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whatever they'd collected.
And if you want to add greens, like if you wanted to add greens, absolutely you can, but don't throw it in for 4 hours. They're going to go like your grandma used to cook them. Sorry, grandma. But they are. But they really are. So you could add beans, you could add broccoli, you could add all of that, but just put it in for the last 20 minutes or so. So they're still nice and gnarly and crunchy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Beautiful. Okay, my carrot, we are not peeling carrots because of the fibre content, but it is a root vegetable, therefore grown in the ground and does need scrubbing. So do that. And then
Rub them well.
we're just going to halve them and cut them again. We want them in lovely big chunks. There we go. And the Jerusalem artichokes, once again, it's just a handful of them, and you just peel them. You can do it with a knife or a peeler and halve them. That's all you need to do. And we'll throw those in as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Our meat, we've got 800 grams of chuck steak. We're just going to throw that into a little bit of flour. What sort of flour are we using today?
Just a gluten-free plain flour.
Seasoned with salt and pepper?
Yep.
Beautiful. So with this flour, it will help to thicken the stew as well. So just toss it in there and cover all the beef. You don't have to add the rest of the flour if there's some left over. See how you go with the thickening. You can add it later if it's necessary.
Yeah, exactly. And I've never made it where it needs it afterwards. When you made yours, Glennie, how'd it go?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. It was just perfect. I had mine in a slow cooker, and I have a Ninja Foodie, which is the slow cooker part of it is really slow. So I was lucky because my visitors were late. Are you watching?
Nothing worse than late visitors.
And it just held the stew beautifully for the next 2 hours. So it was wonderful.
Oh, lovely.
Really, really good.
Lovely.
Yep. So there we are. Let's get over to the pot and start cooking. I've just got some sage leaves and a little bit of butter because Sage loves butter, and some olive oil. And we're just going to cook that up with a little bit of onion, roughly chopped onion because you want it in big pieces. Give it a stir.
I'm gone.
Watch out. She'd win every time, let me tell you.
This beautiful sage, I think we've spoke about it before. I'm not going to try to say the word. Do you remember the word I said? It was No, it stops you sweating is the word. So it's actually really good for stopping sweating. If you sweat an awful lot, sage is extremely good herb for that. That's right. That's great.
Did we put the oil in there?
Yeah, we did. We can add a little bit more, I think.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you,
That's garlic infused olive oil, guys. SIBO friendly, so lovely.
Oh, that's a good way to add that flavour if you have SIBO. Really good way.
That's smelling nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. We're just going to cook that till the onions go translucent, clear. All the beautiful smells coming out.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, we've been cooking these down for a few minutes now, and the onion's starting to caramelise, and we haven't burnt the sage, so everything's going really well. We're going to throw everything else in now. I'm starting with the meat just because I like to get
really good.
I love to get the meat a little bit of heat and colour as we go.
The great thing about cooking, slow cooking, when you are cooking red meat or even chicken as well, is the fact that you break the bonds in the meat apart by slow cooking. So what that simply means is your digestive enzymes don't have to work as hard to break apart the meat. So it's much easier for someone with a bad gut to digest meat if you slow cook it.
Beautiful.
It's a great way to do it, yeah. And I mean, this you can chuck in the morning and just leave it going all day in a slow cooker. Job over.
Okay, that's enough. I don't have enough oil in there for it to brown up much more than that. So let's keep going. In with the carrots. In with everything.
In with everything.
Pumpkin.
Parsnips.
500 grams of beautiful little potatoes.
Our Jerusalem artichokes. All chucked in.
Some stock.
Some stock. Which is how much stock? 285 mils, wasn't it, Glennie?
Yeah. Now we need half a bottle of lovely wine.
Yes, so they say if you can't drink it, don't cook with it.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put a $40 bottle of wine in there though.
I probably wouldn't put a $300.
Just make sure it's a quaffer, a good cheap wine that you can drink.
Actually drink. Yeah.
And it'll be fine. It cooks right down anyway. Off you go, Lorne.
So red wine. Ooh, that's not good for you. Yes, it is. It's packed with resveratrol, major antioxidant. So good for you, so nourishing. However, I just wanted to come back to the orange vegetables for a moment. So they do contain beta-carotene, which has to be converted by your body to vitamin A. 45% of the world's population have not got the ability to convert beta-carotene to vitamin A. So in other words, you could eat all the orange vegetables in the world and you ain't doing anything with it with regards to vitamin A. And remember, vitamin A is essential for the eyes and for the skin.
How would you know that you were deficient?
The only way you'd know is to do a gene test and to find if you had a SNP in that gene, right, that does it. But, you know, always if you've got a problem with skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, a lot of that's gut, but a lot of it is also because you're not getting enough vitamin A. So
yeah, it's very important for skin conditions. Isn't
absolutely,
it?
absolutely.
So what would you do? You'd take
supplement for a small amount of time. Vitamin A is one of those supplements we don't like to put someone on for too long, because all supplements we don't like to put someone on for too long. You brought a really good point up that I did want to speak about today, because I'm finding that like a multivitamin, people take a multivitamin, and look, don't get me wrong, they're perfect, but they're not perfect, I should say. There's small amounts of everything and not enough of what your body actually needs. That's why when you come to me and we analyze your pathology, we look for nutrient deficiencies in your pathology, and then I can specify, well, look, you need B1, but you don't need B6, so let's just give you B1. Why pay for what you're not going to use, is what I'm saying. So be careful of that, and just always run it past me. My clients know this. They can run past their nutrients that they're already taking, and I can say yay or nay, or give them better advice for what they need to do.
Perfect. Go see Lorna.
Yeah.
Back to my stew. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, already measured. And that is it. We're ready for the oven, the slow cooker. If it was a slow cooker, obviously you'd put it straight into the pot, and that's that. We just have to check on it in, well, I'm a checker. I just like to check halfway through, give it a stir, make sure everything, you know, in case you need more liquid, whatever, but you could leave it the whole 3 hours. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Be a checker.
Be a checker.
So we're going to put this in the oven and come back and show you our beautiful stew.
We're going to put it in an oven, 160 degree fan forced oven, for roughly 3 to 4 hours. Like Lena said, check it and make sure, because it may need more liquid. There's a lot of veggies in there. So, but remember, the meat's going to ooze its juices as well. So we're going to get more liquid that way as well. So it's going to be delicious. So we'll put the lid on it.
Beautiful.
And pop the little sucker in the oven.
Beautiful. So we're just about to make a lovely topping for our beautiful beef stew, which is almost ready to come out of the oven. And Lorna's been out to the garden picking some beautiful fresh rosemary. In the bowl, well, this is actually a plate, I've just got a zest of a lemon and 2 garlic cloves chopped up. The lemon, you can, I had a lemon zester, but you can use the smallest grating thingo on your grater, and that'll work as well. But now our beautiful beef stew is all ready. Oh, I can't wait. The unveiling. Are you ready? Look at that.
Oh, don't even look at it. Smell it. Oh. Sorry, you can't smell it. But
oh, it's beautiful. That's lovely. So let's dish it up. Lauren, give it a stir.
Give it a good stir.
Get all those juices.
Look at this, guys. Look at the way. You see what we said about you don't need to thicken it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Look at that gorgeous graviness. That's all the goodness from the vegetables, the meat.
That's beautiful. That is perfect, Lorna. Look how lovely. And then just put on some of the beautiful topping, the lemon, garlic and rosemary, and smell that, man. That's going to make all the difference.
That's fabulous.
You can do the honours.
Oh, I think it's probably going to be too hot to eat, but I'll give it a shot.
I gave you the smallest spoon.
I know I've got to avoid
Here
this
you
as
go.
well. So I don't know. This is going to be boiling. So, oh my goodness. That's
Pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not saying no to this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous winter warmer.
Yeah.
So nutritious.
What about
so
the
good.
topping? Did that make a difference?
The topping just gives you the zing and the freshness
Yeah,
that
mix
it
it a
needs from
bit.
all the root vegetables. Yeah.
Look around in your fridge for what you like and change them over. It's absolutely fine. Do what you like.
Yeah. Make it yours.
Yeah.
See you next time.